Well, we came a long way. I came from Charleston today, and they came from Atlanta, and we just was expecting a little bit more. You know, you know, Angie is used to being treated a certain way as an entertainer, and we all are, but we didn't feel that type of vibe today, and so we just like left a little bit early.
Oh
So we
wow.
didn't stay to the whole thing.
So
You know.
what do you think it's gonna take to get that recognition? Because you guys were out one of
Yeah,
the first.
yeah, we're the first female rap group in the history of hip hop. So for people like VH1 or BET or any of these stations that are doing hip hop honors for women, I feel like they need to do their research, and you need to know who the people are. And we're older and wiser. We were once those kids. But what we did opened the doors up for everybody, all the females of hip hop, to be able to come through. We traveled the roads with the Sugar Hill Gang for the longest before anybody else came into the place. So we did our thing. We sold 500,000 copies in 3 weeks.
Wow.
No videos, none of the stuff that they got, social media, none of that stuff. It was just the talent. And they'll say, well, we only had that one record. But you have to look at the derivatives off of the record. You got to look at Dr. Dre. You got to look at Erykah Badu. You got to look at Jennifer Lopez. You got to look at Busta Rhymes. You got to look at Eddie Murphy. You got to look at Ice Cube. You got to look at all the people from Old Dirty Basket, in Vogue, De La Soul. The list goes on of the many people that have touched that one record. And if they didn't touch that, Busta Rhymes there, woo-ha, got them all the check. Guess what? That come from Eighth Wonder. Me and Angie wrote on that. And Apache from the Sugar Hill Gang. And we are the original voices on Let's Dance. I know you got the fever, let's dance. Come on and get down. That's us. That's our work.
That's some hip
I'm
hop
one of the
knowledge right
first
there.
female producers of hip hop, besides Miss Robinson. So our history is a little bit deeper and a little bit stronger than what they are saying. They're saying we're dated. They want to start. You can't just start with Salt and Pepper or anybody, MC Light or any of them. I love all of them. But it was somebody before them, and that was us. That was us.
You're right.
You know?
Is there any other acts coming up or out now that you feel have that same hip hop power from back then?
It all sounds the same to me.
Mm.
So it's kind of, we come up off an original rap record. Funk You Up is an original rap record. So when you do original stuff, it's kind of hard when you hear people basically following behind somebody else. See, you would know the difference between the Sequence, the Sugar Hill Gang, and the this one and the that one, because the music was different, the styles were different. Now it looks like everybody's doing the same style of music, which makes it irritating to me. You know, we gotta do a little better than that. You know?
Well, Salt and Pepper shouted you guys out, right?
Yes, yes, she did. And we thank her for that.
Right.
She did mention us in her conversation.
Look at Salt right
speaking.
there. So she was just mentioning Sequence.
Yeah. So
Look at
hi, thank you guys. All right, thank you so much. Yeah, she mentioned us, and we appreciate that. Her and Angie had conversation, and she saw us there, and so the MC Light, she came up and she was like, well, I bought 2 records, and one was yours, and I learned it all the way through until I had the pattern down and everything. So a lot of them would say that they heard our music or they wanted to be one of us.
So that's gotta feel
He wanted
good.
to be Blondie, wanted to be Cheryl Pearl. In our time, that was like real cute to us. That they want to be us, you know, but still not understanding and knowing the position and what we were doing at that time, because they was telling us that rap will be over with in 5 years. And here it is 40 years later, and it's kicking strong. It's harder than it's ever been. You know, I get people from all over the world hitting me in Facebook with their music from Africa, from different places, and I'm amazed at how this thing is taking its own life all over the world. And see, we travel all over the world. And the Sugar Hill Gang traveled all over the world. Flash them all over the world. They open the doors. So all I think that the pioneers are asking for is just a little bit of respect. Don't just think you doing something that you're reaping a lot of rewards from now. Somebody had to pave their way. Somebody had to go through the jungle, and that's what we did. We had to go through the jungle, and we had to figure things out real fast. At young kids, we had to figure things out real fast, but we did an excellent job, you know, and that's what they need to know. We did an excellent job. If they ask some of our fans what it is, they'll tell them, it's the Queens, the sequence. And they won't, I mean, my Facebook page is getting hit up now. When I go and look, I'm like, yo, they like, we saw it. They mentioned y'all. That's not enough for us. So sooner or later, the fans will start to speak up for what they want. I'm not watching that. I want to see the sequence. You know, so we have to find a way to bridge the gap of our generation, the generation after, the generation after, the generation after, and the ones that are still to come. We gotta make it where it all makes sense, because it is our culture. Well, I have my company, Black Bottom Entertainment, that I'm working with. I'll be putting out music on some different artists that I have. And I do 50-50 record deals. 50-50 on record sales alone. They keep their publishing, they keep all of their stuff. I just sell. I just put you in the stores and I push it to the DJs. I got maybe 15,000 DJs all over the world. When I start to really push in, and about the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'm gonna start putting some music out there. And they're gonna love what I put out there, because these kids are good too, and they're different. So by them being different, I'm attracted to different. You know, and I know hits when I hear them, I make them, so I know them. So I have a team of good people. Powwow with Soul Sonic Force, he's one of my partners, and they got some nasty music coming. The world better get ready.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, him, LV, Eric, Big E. I got some producers, LA down south, some people that just do amazing music. And we're gonna gear up and come at it again. Hi, if you're looking for me, I'm Cheryl Pearl. You'll find me on Facebook. I don't have a website yet, but you can find me on Facebook under Cheryl Pearl, or you can find my company name, Black Bottom Entertainment. Like it. Come on over, see what we're doing. We got some new stuff for you.